Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. You guys, it's April 1st. We're doing a budget video. Let's jump right in. So welcome back to our channel. If you're new around here, hey y'all, how y'all doing? My name's Shakema. I'm a single mom. I have 4 children. That's right. I got 4 of them. 4, count them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 of them. 2 girls, Alana and Shakema. 2 boys, Trandon and Jackson. I have a fur dog. Her name is Gracie. I have a fur grand dog. His name is Acro. I actually have 2 more fur grand dogs. Their name are Hondo and Snoop. I've never seen them before. They live in Florida with my son, Trandon. Acro came to live with us because Shamika's out in California at school. So, yeah, we do all the things around here that help us to maintain all the things that we need to maintain. If you're new to our channel or fairly new, you may not remember that or know that when I very first started the YouTube channel, the kids and I were struggling to be able to just make bills. And when I started the channel, the Lord said, Shakema, I want you to share your experiences, because if I can do things for you, I can do things for people, right? That's kind of the premise, the basis around everything we do around here. And people ask us all the time, what does your name mean? 8 in all. That's not 8. That's only 5. Well, it's 1 mom. It's 2 girls, 2 boys, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. That's 8 of us. All decisions, everything we do around here, we really consult the Lord, or we do our best to consult the Lord. I was asking my daughter to pray for me the other day, that I would do what the Lord had told me to do. And she said, Mom, you will. I said, well, how do you know that? She's like, it's you, Mom. Really? Okay, whatever. Not perfect by any means, but I do try my best to honor the Lord in all the things that I do here as a mom and as a woman, as a future wife, as a future in-law. My children are old enough now where they're going to start, having families of their own. As a future, all the things, right? As an employee, as a YouTuber, to try to be very open and honest about things that we do over here. Now, for my monthly budgets, I get paid once a month. I'm a teacher by trade, so we are once a month paid. So everything that comes in from my paycheck, you will see in this budget. As weeks go along, my kids do get child support. Alana has turned 18, so we're coming to the end of child support with her in June, when she graduates in June. So I think that will take us through June. It may be May, but I'm not real sure. But we've already received our letter, and we've turned in all the paperwork that we needed for that to release Dad from child support for her. I do have Jackson for another 6 years on child support. And, we're just going to have faith that God is going to take care of all of the things that we need. Oh, he's been so gracious. So you'll see my paycheck, what I budget for. I've never budgeted in child support. I've never budgeted in one mom income once we started making income on YouTube. I've never budgeted in any specific outward income source, because those sources are not sure for me. I will put them in if they come in or when they come in, but I don't count on that money, because it may or may not, something may happen, something with the system is down or whatever. I only budget for what I bring in my paycheck. Everything else I consider on top, right? So those are the things that we can, do some of the other things we want to do. So we're going to jump right in to this budget. This is my normal budget for April. I didn't have there was no supplements, no back pay, no anything in this budget that was a little bit different from last time. So, here's what we do. Here's what we make. Here's what comes in. Here's what I am allocating for. It may not be enough to cover everything, but it is going to cover what we can cover. I pay upfront dance and the gym for Alana, and taekwondo and piano. I pay all of those things up front, and as child support comes in, I pay myself back, which usually ends up just going into the general fund for gas or groceries, right? So that's what that is. So let's jump right into the budget and see where we are for this month. Alrighty, you guys. So for those of you who are new around here, I'm using the MYMT personal budget sheet. I've been using this sheet for a couple of years. And all I did was, for some reason, I just did a Google search, monthly budget, weekly budget, or something, and this came up. So I was extremely excited to find this because this doesn't only give me the budget at a glance, just that one budget sheet, but it actually lets me see each week what I'm spending, right? I do my expenses by the week, and it lets me see what I'm spending. And then what I'm able to do in that regard is see which weeks are my heavy spend weeks, which weeks I can kind of cut back a little. We do have one week we're on spring break this April. So that's one week I shouldn't have any expenses or only the bills due, right? But I get paid once a month. So I go ahead and prepay all of my bills. If you're ever looking for this budget sheet, it is always linked in the description box below. And you can just highlight the URL, pop it into your browser, and it should be an automatic download. Now, it does automatically download into Excel, but I use it in Google Sheets. It uploads to Google Sheets just fine. So what I do is download it. I don't open it because I don't have Excel. Then I go into my Google Drive into Sheets and I upload it, or I upload it into my Google Drive and then it opens in Sheets. So it's fairly simple. So this is 3 columns. This is my budget sheet at a glance. I'm not actually sharing my I'm not sharing the weeks at the bottom, but the weeks are at the bottom. I went ahead and put them in. So this first week, which is just April 1st and 2nd, because it's on the tail end of a March week, right? That's a Friday and a Saturday. And then we jump into the first full week of April, which starts on the 3rd. Your weekly tabs, there are 5 weekly tabs, so it works out perfectly. But you have column A, which is your income and your expense column with all of your categories. These I put in. This wasn't what was in the original sheet. I made these up, or I customized these to fit my budget. And then column B is your budgeted amount, what you think you're going to spend. And then column C is what you actually do spend. And that column C is attached to the weeks at the bottom. So once you go into your weeklies, then it will update your column C, which is what I really like about this sheet. So I have monthly payroll deposit, the kids deposit, which is their child support, any one mom revenue, travel reimbursements, unexpected gifts, blessings, and funds transferred. Funds transfer means I took it from another account and put it into my main account so money could go out. My monthly deposit was $3,059.85. We got a small raise of $65 per month for my teachers on my step, right? We got a step increase. $65 per month, which was like $650 for the 10 months that I work. Not, that was before taxes, so it's whatever after tax. Now, I'm going to go down and talk about travel reimbursements because people ask me when I do my gas, they say, well, Shakema, don't forget your travel. Well, here's how travel works. If I leave my house and I go to my office, that's my workplace of the day. I get no gas for that. If I leave the office and go anywhere and come back to the office, I get gas reimbursed for that. If I leave my house and go to my school for the day and I have nowhere else to go, I don't get reimbursed for that. I only get reimbursed if I have to leave my workplace of the day and go somewhere else and then come back to my workplace of the day. Sometimes I have meetings to go to, and sometimes I have to be at a different school, so I can claim travel for that. I can't claim it if that's where I'm going for the day and I should be staying there for the day. So that's how that works. So moving down, I don't have any kids deposits yet. That's something should come in next week. One mom affiliate funds come in like the 22nd, 3rd. Travel reimbursements are the 15th, and I did have 2 trips. I did this in March, so I should get those on the 15th. And then unexpected gifts, blessings, and funds transferred. So the Lord really showed up this month for us. We had gas has really been astronomical for me. And I'm spending twice to 3 times as much in gas that I have in previous months. So someone reached out and said, hey, listen, I'm paying for your gas for the month so you don't have to sacrifice your groceries. Because, of course, anytime I need to figure out extra income, I always take it from my groceries. it's just how it is. It's what we've always done over the years to make up for the differences. Is my groceries. I've always been able to coupon. I've always been able to find the deals. I shop the sales, and then I make meals around the sales. So that's how I work that part out. But what a blessing, to be blessed and say, hey, this is what we're doing, and you don't have to worry about it. And with that being said, I have already taken that money, and it's by the week. So I'm able to take cash to I don't want to do it out of my debit card, because when I swipe my debit card, I'm a swiper, y'all. It's so easy to just swipe, right? You got to know your bad habits. It's so easy to just swipe, 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 right? So I took it out in cash, and I have it in the envelope for each week. This is how much gas I'm spending: about $85 to $100 a week in gas. We are on spring break this month for 1 week, so I don't have to drive to school. I drive 50 miles one way just to my office. I mean, 50 miles back, 50 miles round trip to my office. That does not include my schools, right? That does not include my schools. So I drive 50 miles round trip just to my office. And my office is the closest thing. One of my schools is 50 minutes away from me. That's one way, and then 50 minutes home. So gas has definitely challenged us, but God has been very gracious, and He's taken care of it. Sliding down, now I'm going to talk to you about my expenses. My expenses haven't changed a lot, but I've pre planned expenses. Again, I haven't paid bills yet. I'll pay bills tomorrow, which is the first. So my mortgage went up this time because of my escrow. It's 971. I am going to try to pay a little bit extra if I am able. Right. I just have to make sure that I remember to pay a little bit extra so that I'm not jumping into that escrow next time. My heating and electric was down this month, 104.82. My water bill was 63.56. My cell phone is $70. The internet is 74.99. Household repairs, we didn't need anything. I usually just put $50 in a fund when I get sinking fund money. I don't have any miscellaneous. Actually, that's not true. I need to put $20 in here. I need to buy 2 new bathroom trash cans, one for his bathroom and one for my bathroom. We have mesh ones, but we've had them so long that they're kind of all crumpled over, and they don't hold their shape anymore. I did go to Walmart to look, and they didn't have any that would fit in that space, or that was the right price for me, because I'm not paying $20 for a trash can. Not Shakema. Mr. Jerome does come back in April to do my grass. And so I have to now start budgeting in for Mr. Jerome. He comes twice a month. And I know some people are like, well, Jackson can cut the grass. Every time Jackson cuts the grass, it sends his asthma into a flare. And I just cannot. I would prefer not to have to deal with that. So we just pay Mr. Jerome to do the grass. Works out perfectly. Moving down my Roth IRA, I'm trying to increase that amount to $75 a month. Once I get past some things, I'll be able to put way more in there. Shamika's on me. She's like, Mom, you got to do this. My Amazon Prime, $11. PureFlix is $9. I do have enough to cover my PureFlix in there for this next year coming up. Healthways gym is $54. I pay $25 for myself and $29 for Alana. Of course, I do try to recoup that $29 back when child support comes in. Taekwondo is $169, which I try to get back if I'm able. Homeschool, I'm going to take that out of the very first homeschool payment, which is $50. We are almost at just enough to pay for his curriculum for next year. New camera, I always put $20 in just to kind of keep that fund going. Piano lessons and dance is $260. Moving down, groceries, I'm going to do 300 in groceries, 75 for summer groceries, and 25 for preps. I am doing a stock up prep video for you guys that will be coming up next week. Personal care items for my hair and Jackson's hair is $40. I don't know if I'm going to get a haircut this month or not. I need one. I just want to kind of get the sides faded out a little bit, but I'm not real sure. For my P.O. box for my sinking fund is $13. Miscellaneous savings for the kids. I always put money in their savings account. As long as dad sends child support, I put money in their savings account. It's $200, 100 for each child. Okay, moving down, we have Gracie as a sinking fund. She is $40 for her sinking fund. And then I have gas. Now, put gas in before the blessing came through. And so I had $400 for gas. So I'm going to remove that from this line item because that is already taken care of. So oil change, this is actually going to be called oil change slash repairs. So I'm going to change that. And then I'm going to take this one and just make that tires because for sure this past month with my brakes having to be done, we incurred some repair costs. Moving down, tires, the $50 for the sinking fund. I'm going to try that this time. My license and registration or insurance. This is $85 for my for my insurance and $7 for my registration. So it ends up being like $92, but I'll put an extra in there. My registration is due in September, and my insurance doesn't come out again until October. I just renewed it for April the 1st. That's already paid. So that took my insurance down to $0, right? Just a little bit of few change in there to keep my account from closing. That is in my Capital One 360 account with no problem. Already paid. Very good. My tithe 507. St. Michael's, which is my dad's church, at $30, and I do want to save $250 for baby step number 3. So that takes me to a grand total of $3,702.37 that I need to bring in. Now, the reason I say bring in, right, because some people have variable income. If you have variable income, what I like to understand or know is what I have, at least what needs to come in. I can be totally fine and totally okay with trying to make the money, but I need to know what needs to come in. So that's why I always fill out that B column. As monies begin to come in and bills begin to go out, then I kind of see kind of where I'm riding, right? I know, hey, I'm good here. I need to make a little bit extra here. Maybe I need to work a few more hours here, especially if you have that variable income. Child support, that's a fixed amount, but it may not come in the beginning of the month. It may not come in once a week. It may come in at the end. In North Carolina, they don't even go after the other spouse until they have missed a month, right? So I can't depend on it. I need to go ahead and pay up front. So that's why I'm always checking to see what do I need to bring in. That's why I always do the B column. The B column keeps me sane here. Right. So we're looking at $3,702.37 that we have to find. We have to, it's in our budget some kind of way. Now, if I took out dance and I took out taekwondo and I took out, if I weren't doing sinking funds, my income would cover everything. But since I am doing sinking funds, remember, I try to do that out of my one mom revenue. I didn't start sinking funds until 2020. Right? And I've been budgeting since Jackson was a baby, since he was a year old. So it took me 10 years to get to sinking funds. So some people's like, Shakema, I don't have any for sinking funds. I didn't have any for sinking funds until one mom started making some income. I didn't. And when we were making just a little bit of tiny income, I was still in debt with my student loans, right? So it wasn't until after the fact that I was able to really fully do sinking funds. So give yourself some grace if you're not there where we are as far as sinking funds are concerned. Not everybody is at the same space. That is perfectly okay. Do what you can, make it happen for your family the best way that you're able. And all you can say is I did my very best. And we accept that. If you notice that you have some spending issues, try to curb those. If you want to make goals for yourself, make some goals. I have I have one or two goals for this month, but I'm not stretching myself like I did last month because I got to get that. I got to get the baby step up. I got to get that baby step working. I do need to get the floors done. I do have a couple more trees to cut down, but this is what I have to do for right now. And so if this is what I have to do for right now, then hey, that's what the goal is. I don't need to project so far out if I'm unable to meet the necessary goals that I have at the moment. All right, you guys. So there it is. That's our budget kind of in a nutshell. There's a lot going on, but to me, it's not half as much as has gone on, right? I didn't think to put anything in there about the garden. I do have to do some garden things, right? So I have to look for some plant starts, and I do try to get those. I want to do some April planting. It's raining here. It's storming. It's storming here. And so that's going to be good for the soil. That way I won't have to overwater. I ordered last month a hose and some grow bags and some other things, some soil and some fertilizer. So those things are already purchased, and I won't have to get those again, which is a true blessing. And so, but I still have to get my plant started. So I did forget to put that in. I'll go back and put that in just a second. Budgets, again, are very, very subjective. We've talked about this before. Go ahead and do what works for you and your family. Do the things that are appropriate for your family. If, you know, I may want to get my nails repainted this time. I didn't get a full set. I just got a repaint and a fill in, but I didn't get my hair cut last time, right? So I always swapping out money for something else. I didn't get my hair cut, so I was able to put the money here instead of getting a haircut. It's pretty much growing out. I may not get a haircut again, so I can get my nails repainted. If I don't care about the nails and I need the haircut more, then I will do that. Alana had prom last month, and so you guys I'll have a video with some prom stuff too. Because she did that, Dad actually sent extra money for her to be able to have some things. She got her hair done, she got her nails done, she got her toes done, all the things. Somebody blessed her with her prom dress. We didn't even have to pay for it. Somebody took her shopping and said, hey, my husband and I talked about it and we want to bless her. So they did that for her, and it was a beautiful thing that we didn't have to come up with the funds, right? But, you know, things can always, you have to make room for the unexpected. You have to make room for the extra groceries. You have to, you know, just be mindful. Keep a track of your budget every single week. Even if you don't do it monthly, if you don't do it daily, keep it weekly. Hey, put all your receipts in an envelope, and you know that on this day when the kids are in bed at this time, set a reminder on your phone, I've got to get in and I have to put in my receipts for the week. That way you're able to keep a track. Do I expect you to do it perfectly? I have no expectation of what you do for your budget, but I'm telling you what I do for mine. I track all of my expenses just so I know where my money is coming and going from. I actually went in today and I saw some extra money in there, and I was like, why is that? Why do I have, And I was thinking of stuff I was about to buy. I was about to, okay, switch this right over to baby step number 3, because, you know, Dave Ramsey does do the rollover. And honey, I was about to roll over some money, and then I remembered, you have to pay taxes. And I wrote a check today for the taxes when I found my checkbook. found my checkbook. So I had to write a check for my taxes. My state taxes are paid. My federal taxes are going today because you couldn't pay that online. And so all of that is done. I took it out of my tax sinking fund, my Capital One 360 sinking fund. So that's all done. Business expenses, I have to be careful because I have Canva now, and I also have Google Meet for One Mom and First Love Ministry. So I have to make sure that I keep those two things separate. I have my business tracking expense sheet where I'm tracking all my business expenses. So those types of things, we just have to be very mindful of everything that is either coming in or going out or what have you in your budget. That's going to give you a strong sense of security, at least that you know where things are. It may not give you security knowing that you overspend or you under budgeted, right? So that's going to have, you just have to deal with yourself on that. But what it will do is it's going to give you a sense of security knowing, hey, I have at least budgeted. I know what I need to do. I know where my funds need to go. So I'm not asking you to budget 100%. I'm not asking you to be perfect. Things come up, things happen. My dishwasher's kind of giving a little bit of trouble right now. I'm going to call the repair company, and I'm going to have to pay for that, right? So, hey, I have money in the household repair fund. I've just been putting a little bit aside every month. If they can get the dishwasher taken care of or figure out at least what the heck is wrong with it and why it doesn't seem to get the dishes cleaned, then we'll give it a go, right? But I have money in that fund, and I'm not taking it from somewhere else. The biggest thing about budgets for me in the past is I've always had to take it from here to put it to here. We want to get out of that, right? Every dollar has a job. We budget for the things that we have. We don't under budget. We don't pretend that there are things we want to do. When I was getting out of debt, my kids and I did not go out to eat. I know people who are in debt and they still go out to eat. No problem. That's your money, but budget for it. So then you will know an actual true assessment of what your money goes to. If you eat out every single day, look, I went through the drive-through today and I was like, you know what? If I go through this drive-through 4-5 more times, that's $50 because stuff is not cheap. I'm like, okay, Shakema, in your grocery budget, you need to put in this, this, and this. And the problem is I have not done any cooking ahead. And so we didn't have a lot cooked. We have food, just wasn't cooked, right? So this is when mom needs to jump in and like, okay, I have to have a cook ahead day. If I do a cook ahead day, then I have enough lunches, right? And my kids are like scrambling, trying to find something to throw in the lunchbox. So if I want whatever I want, I can buy it at the grocery store much cheaper than going through a drive-through. And then I could have 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 of them for the cheaper price at the grocery store. So make those adjustments. That's something that I need. I bought bananas yesterday and I'm thinking, why didn't they throw a banana in my lunchbox? Maybe an apple. I bought apples yesterday. Throw an apple in. At least could have ate that, but did they do that? They did not. So do the drive-through, mom went. Don't want to have to do that all the time. And it just takes away from my budget. But if you do, just allocate for it, because then you're being honest with yourself. You're being honest with your spouse. If somebody else is involved in your finances, you're being honest with them to say, hey, this is where we are and this is what we need to do. And if they don't want to get on board, then you do your part, right? You can't manage other people. You can't make them do anything they don't want to do. But what you can do is be responsible over what you have your hands on, right? All I can do, I have some moms that say, Shakema, my husband handles all the money. If he gives you the grocery money, be a good steward over that grocery money. And if you know you need to do a little something, coupon, buy what's on sale. That way you can have a little extra wiggle room there, right? To take a few little dollars and get what you need to get. I get that. Some people are very much, I'm handling this and you don't get to touch nothing, whatever. I'm not telling you how to manage your household. I'm just telling you how to manage the little bit of coins you have. That was always where it was for us, was the groceries. And so I clipped coupons, I swiped it, I bought it, and I fetched rewards. And I mean, the last couple times I got an Amazon gift card was using Fetch Rewards. I don't talk about it a lot on my channel because I mean, I'm not into it like that. If I were into it like that, I would talk about it much more. I know people say they got a rebate. Yes, but they want you to pay up front and then you cash out your money later. The reason I don't do Ibotta is because I don't always have the money to pay up front and wait later. I'd rather get my discount now and not worry about anything else later because I don't have time for later. I need it now. So that's why I would always do that, right? And I'm not an expert on that. There's people, Coupon and Crystal, she here for all the Ibotta things. Go on over there to her channel. Tell her I sent you over so that you can get you some Ibotta help because it will help you. Yes, it will in Jesus' name. So anywho, you guys, I've chatted way too long, but there it is. That's our budget for this month. And I'm glad that I was talking to you guys because I didn't even remember the plant starts, right? I don't do seedlings because I don't have no room in here for grow lights and I don't have no time for that. And some be done died. I may as well just go and get me a little start and put it in the ground like that and live my best life. We're doing square foot gardening and you guys will see all of that as well. So I am going to buy plants. I might have to do a couple at a time. I do have some from last year, which is totally fine. But that's how we're going to work that out. But anywho, there it is, you guys. Thank y'all so much for stopping by for this budget video. We do hope that it was informative and helpful to you. Let us know if you have any comments about our budget or if you have any questions on how helpful you need, any helpful thought process on your budget, right? I can't tell you what to do, but I can always give you a thought. Hey, think about this. Have you thought about that? For my membership ladies, don't forget our meeting. You have that invite has already gone out with Easter week. That's why it is the day that it is, because Easter week I take Easter weekend off. There's no teaching, there's nothing Easter week. And then I will be also doing a membership video for you guys this month with some challenges and some different things. So be looking for that right after I film this video. So we will do some of those things. You should see that coming up in the next few days. I do want to thank everybody for stopping by. If you like the video, thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Join our family over here. We're doing all the things. We do appreciate you guys. We love you. Share the video if you feel like someone would benefit from it. Thanks again for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.